High reps absolutely increase your strength, but not in the way that people always think. Hey, everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and I thought I would chat with you guys and gals a little bit about this today. So, like when you guys see me doing some of this max effort work, again, people look at this and they think, okay, this is where we get all of our strength. Now, from a neural drive and everything else, yes, heavy singles are the fastest path to building your strength up, and they are way more effective than doing 3, 4, or 5 reps are. You'll get people who say silly stuff like, well, 5 by 5 is powerlifting. No, not really. That's kind of novice hypertrophy, right? That's used to make you big. 5 by 5, you're not really powerlifting or maximum strength training. Heavy singles are. Now, granted, you're going to see me, some of this stuff, you'll see me doing some rep work, like doing that work set here with 550 on a deadlift. But realistically, it's going to be the heavy singles, right? Like you'll see me do this 500 squat coming up. I got a 500 good morning in here. That's the stuff that gets you strong. That's where you get that strength potential. But what people have to remember is that hypertrophy raises the strength ceiling. And when you do these different exercises, you can find where your weak links are, right? And this is one thing that we do, like in this sort of conjugate system where you max on a lot of different lifts, you'll find different weak links that come out, okay? So for example, like you'll see coming up right here, see this closed grip press, right? I got this closed grip bench, 320 on the Buffalo bar, nice pause closed grip here, okay? And this is obviously very close, 16 inches apart. So people see this and you can see that my triceps are weak on this. So what's the question you might ask? Well, if we build the triceps, would you get stronger at this? Yes. Build the triceps to get stronger at this. In fact, I used to close grip 365, but I've gotten smaller in the last few years since then, so I'm building that back up. So when you look at something like that, you look at these different lifts and go, man, if you had bigger triceps, that closed grip would have gone up. Well, how do you build bigger triceps? With rep work, okay? Yeah, we can do 10 and 12s and stuff on dips, extensions, things like that. That'll help. But what if we do really high reps, band work, 20, 30 reps with band press down, stuff like that? Will that improve that tricep strength? And the answer is yes, because the triceps will get bigger. Okay? And if you have something that is truly a lacking muscle, I think you need a little bit of both. Yeah, I think you need a little bit of both at that point. So like right here on this squat that you saw me do here. Right, notice that hip extension weakness a little bit. Getting stronger at some high rep reverse hypers will help with that. Well, that's going to be like 20, 30 reps. It's usually how many reps we do on that. So that's the point where you look at stuff like this and go, okay, so will high reps make you stronger? Will a high rep isolation or a machine make you stronger? The answer is of course. Now, of course, after that closed grip bench there, this stuff is from that same workout. You see me doing some dips. You see me doing some laying extensions. All right, these are all up in about that 10 to 12 rep range. That'll help. Now, but we're getting over into higher reps. But will they build the triceps? Yes. Will it build the triceps in a way that helps with that closed grip bench? Yes. So of course you can do that stuff, right? You can do that stuff. Same thing here though. Watching me do some weighted chins from a dead hang. Well, if my biceps got a little stronger, would I be better at weighted chins? Yeah, so doing some high rep curls, even doing some high rep band curls. It'll help with that. That stuff matters. So even those 20 rep sets with something like a band or a cable can improve your maximum strength. Because if my biceps were stronger, I'd be stronger at chins. Because look at my back. My back is good. My back is not a weak link on any sort of chin up or pull up. In fact, I can pretty much do similar weights with a wide grip pull up, real close to what I can do with a chin. We're usually stronger on the chins because I need more bicep if I want a stronger chin up. So again, you can look at your heavy work and find those weak links. And again, a bigger muscle is a stronger muscle. But realistically, if you have a muscle that is truly limiting you, you should probably hammer it into the ground. And that's where the really high rep stuff matters. Because yeah, we can come in and do some 10s and stuff, right? We can do some 10 rep sets. You can do some weighted dips. You can do some heavy extensions to get the triceps bigger. But is that really enough? If the triceps are lacking that much, so keep in mind, I used to close grip 45 pounds more than that. Hey, that's a lot of tricep difference. The really high rep stuff helps get blood flow to those muscles. It helps build the tendons so that we can hit them harder. It helps with active recovery. So again, building that work capacity, building work capacity, building work capacity. Okay. So if I come and do a bunch of 20 rep or 30 rep band press downs, will I get stronger at these extensions? Will my elbows recover better? Will I have better tendons from it? Will I get better blood flow and strength on these extensions? I think the answer is yes. If I get stronger on these extensions, since I know the dips are going to need to get stronger, will it improve my dips? Yes. Okay, it will improve, it will do that. And then that closed grip bench will go up. You know, and that's the sort of questions Louis Simmons used to ask back in the day. He's like, okay, so if I look at where my weak link is on a bench press and I can see that the lockout is weak, well, I know that if I get stronger at a closed grip bench press, my lockout will get stronger. Like, but what exercises can I do to get stronger at the closed grip bench press? Well, that may be a point where you need to be doing, do you need some dips? Do you need some extensions? Or someone like me who's switching over now to primary closed grip again instead of messing with wide, well, the dips will make it definitely improve that closed grip bench. Okay, they'll definitely improve it. But how do we make the dips stronger? Well, we get the triceps stronger. Triceps, triceps, triceps. So, and it's the same thing with some of that hip extension, right? So we saw that hip extension was a little weak on that squat. Of course, in here several months later, I just do that squat in there. You'll see me in this clip somewhere doing like a 500-pound good morning. I think it was early in it. Okay, building that hip extension up. But how did I get it there? How did I get the good mornings up to 500? It wasn't just by doing that many good mornings. Okay, it was by doing tons of reverse hyperextensions with high reps. That carries over for me. So you do those and then you do those reverse hypers after. It builds that hip extension, builds the low back, helps with the active recovery of it. Okay, that active recovery lets you go really heavy on stuff like that, handle some big tonnages, and then recover from it. So yes, this stuff has a place. So I am the first to say that, look, 30 reps on a reverse hyper, 30 reps on a band press out, 30 reps on a band curl will help you get stronger, because it will improve work capacity, help some with the hypertrophy of those muscles, help with your tendons. It will help build the base that you need to build those muscles bigger. It'll facilitate better muscle growth, even from those other accessory movements, you know, like the dips, like the good mornings. Okay? This then carries over to your bench press, your squat, all these things. They absolutely have their place as tools in your toolbox, and staying injury-free and strong, because again, you're also building tendons and getting blood flow and active recovery with a lot of those things. And that improved work capacity. This is the key to getting strong, guys. All right, guys, well, that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I'll talk to you next time.